While this postseason rages on, I want to take a slight pause to talk about some things I would love to see happen this offseason. Now, are they likely to happen? That I don't know, but man, it would spice up the offseason perfectly. These playoffs are showing us a couple things that are going to shape the next couple of years in the NBA, and some things that are going to force some teams to make big decisions about their teams.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
While some are in a we have no chance so let's tear it down to the studs kind of way, and there's also some in the we have to act now because our window could be shut quicker than we expect kind of way. Either way, this is going to be an exciting offseason, building off of a great NBA playoffs. Now first, let's tackle what the playoffs showed us. If you have a chance to win, you have to go for it because you never know when your time is done. These playoffs may have just ended the Bucks, Celtics, and Nuggets as real contenders for the next couple of years, and that's 3 of the top 5 MVP candidates on teams that have to look in the mirror and make some very tough decisions. Then you have teams that had down seasons like the Sixers and the Magic that are thinking this may be our chance, so we have to try and win now. The turnover and parity in the league has never been greater. There's no more evidence in that than having 7 different NBA champs in the last 7 years. Add to that how injuries are having a major impact on how things shake out each and every year in the playoffs. Toronto was aided by Durant and Thompson going down in 19, then the Nets with Harden and Kyrie going down and leaving Durant all alone.
What the fuck is this?
And this year was no different. Curry's hamstring, Garland's big toe, Tatum's Achilles, Porter Jr.'s shoulder, Lillard's Achilles. All of that factored into how these playoffs have happened. You never know when the team in front of you will have a major injury and open the door for you to make a run. With that being said, let's get into some things that I would love to see happen, and the first one is that the Magic get their perimeter scorer. The Magic trade Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, their 2025 first and 2027 pick swap to the Portland Trail Blazers for Anthony Simons and Matisse Thybulle. Now, if we're being honest, the Magic have a pretty awesome core with Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and Jalen Suggs. They're a great young trio, but we saw during the season and playoffs that they need just a little more juice, a little more scoring.
Okay.
Now, bring in a proven 20-plus point per game scorer in Simons, and that could vault this team into the real contenders group. Orlando has always leaned on the draft and building slowly, but as their 3 keep getting better and especially Paolo showing he can be a super-duper star, the time may be now for the Magic. The second thing that I want to happen is that Houston pushes all its chips to the center. To win in the NBA, you need a bona fide dude, somebody to carry the team when things get really tough, and Houston struggled against the Warriors because they didn't have someone who can go and get you a bucket. I just don't know if they have that guy on their roster. Their 2 best players, Amen Thompson and Alperen Şengün, are probably best suited for playing Robin to someone else's Batman, so big game hunting it is. The goal is getting Giannis from the Bucks. I think they are best set up to make this trade because they have the best win now assets to trade, which is exactly what the Bucks need. With that in mind, I think a package of Şengün, Reed Shepherd, Tari Eason, the 10th pick, and the Suns pick in 2027 might do it. You may need to throw in another player, but I think you have to do this. I would prefer to have Jalen Green as the headline, but if I'm the Bucks, I want either Thompson or Şengün, or there's no point in having the call. Adding Giannis to this team would push everybody to their natural positions and help them thrive beside a true number 1 dude. Now, if they can't get Giannis, what do?
Good question.
Well, my thought is call up the Celtics. Build that same style package for Jaylen Brown. I think he has proven in the non-Jason Tatum parts that there is more in there. He's just entering his prime, so the age matches up perfectly with what's left on Houston's roster. He is a lesser player than Giannis, so it may not take as much. But a team built around Brown, Thompson, and Şengün would be legit in the loaded Western Conference. And lastly, Philadelphia uses the 3rd pick to get a win-now player. I think this has to be the play. Boston is out for next year, the Bucks are too, and Cleveland is in real trouble with their payroll. With a healthy season, the 76ers should feel very confident that they can make a run next season. Like I said before, you never know when your window will be closed or come back open again, and well, it may have just reopened for Philly. Odds are anybody that they can take at 3 is not helping them win the title next year, and let's not pretend Joel Embiid and Paul George aren't older stars who have their days numbered. It's now or never for the 76ers, so here are some hypotheticals with that third pick. They would have to add some contracts to make the math work, but if they can keep Embiid, George, Tyrese Maxey, and Jared McCain, everything else is fair game. So my thought is they could try for Cam Johnson and number 8 from Brooklyn, Herb Jones and the number 7 from New Orleans, Anthony Simons or Jeremy Grant and the number 11 from Portland, or the big one that may need to have Jared McCain involved to pull off. Get Lauri Markkanen from Utah. Utah needs to draft a star because history has shown us they aren't signing one in free agency. If they see Ace Bailey or VJ Edgecombe as that player, then sending Markkanen to Philly for that pick is their way of grabbing that future star that they desperately need. I think all of these options, plus a clean bill of health from their current core, could send the 76ers into real contention in the East. Wouldn't all of this be awesome to see in the offseason? Could you see some of these swing the title odds for some teams and put some teams on a path to take advantage of all this turnover and parity in the NBA? I am loving these playoffs, but I'm also pumped to see how the league reacts this offseason. To see another team on the rise ready to take back their spot at the top of the East, check out my video on the Detroit Pistons and how they are bringing the Motor City back to NBA relevance. Also, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe because as a small channel, that helps us grow and continue producing amazing content just like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.